Jayson Tatum is one of the brightest stars in the NBA. He's become the centerpiece of the Boston Celtics organization and a leader for the franchise as they look to once again cement themselves as the most dominant franchise in the NBA's Eastern Conference. Tatum earned his fourth straight All-Star appearance in 2023 after yet another successful season in Boston and is chasing his first NBA championship, looking to replicate the success of legendary Celtics star Larry Bird. With Tatum's help, the Boston Celtics made the NBA Finals in 2022 for the first time since the 2010 season. While they came up short against Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, Tatum seems destined to challenge for a championship for many years to come. So who is the Boston Celtics star? Where did he come from? And how does he match up against some of the other Celtics legends? Here's 20 things you might not have known about Jayson Tatum. 1. Jayson Tatum was born in St. Louis, Missouri, to athletic parents Justin Tatum and Brandy Cole. Both of his parents attended St. Louis University, where his father Justin played college basketball. His mother Brandy, whom Jayson is extremely close to in his adult life, played high school volleyball. She was offered a scholarship to play volleyball in college, but chose a path in law, and now has degrees in law and politics as a practicing attorney. Jayson's father Justin is a high school basketball coach at his alma mater, the Christian Brothers College High School. He is considered to be one of the best high school coaches in the state of Missouri and played a role in coaching Jayson to become the NBA player he is today. 2. Tatum calls his mother Superwoman because of his immense gratitude and appreciation for everything she does. Brandy Cole graduated high school with an athletic scholarship to the University of Tennessee, but she expected Jayson in pregnancy and her life headed down a different path. She chose to stay local to home so she would have the support of her mother, Jayson's grandmother, in raising her baby boy. While raising Jayson, she also worked on her degree, taking midterms and continuing to focus on school, and occasionally taking Jayson with her to class. The Celtics star applauds his mother for her hard work ethic, while balancing both sides of her life and how she never took any shortcuts or made excuses. 3. Jayson's godfather is Larry Hughes, a former NBA player who spent 14 seasons in the league. Hughes was a first-round draft pick in 1998, signing with the Philadelphia 76ers, who played alongside Jayson's father at St. Louis University. Hughes offered a ton of support to Jayson growing up, and his relationship with his godfather also allowed him access to the NBA from a young age. He would attend games that Larry Hughes was playing in, with VIP access. His experience in the NBA gave Tatum a hunger to get there himself, and he even got to meet his favorite player of all time. Kobe Bryant was Jayson Tatum's hero, and when he finally got to meet him through his godfather, the two built a relationship. Kobe served as a mentor to Tatum in the early years of his career, and as time went on, they formed a relationship like the one Kobe had formed with Michael Jordan when he was a young talent in the league in the late 90s. When Jayson Tatum was 20 years old and a young talent in the league, Kobe offered him the opportunity to go and work out with him during the offseason in LA. Tatum grabbed the opportunity, and their relationship grew from there. Tatum wore a pair of sneakers to honor Kobe after his untimely passing in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Miami Heat in 2022. Then, in the all-important Game 7, the Celtics star donned a purple armband with a golden 24 stitched into it, in a way of sharing that moment in the biggest game of his career with his role model. 5. Jayson Tatum was a high school sensation at Chaminade College Prep. He had 6 40-plus point games as a high school player and was named the 2016 Gatorade National Player of the Year. The award is presented to the best high school basketball player each season, and has previously been won by Kobe Bryant in 1996 and LeBron James twice in 2002 and 2003. 6. Tatum attended Duke University, but he only played there for one season. He was recruited out of college as one of the best prospects in the country, and his talents translated to Duke as a starting power forward. He played under all-time legendary coach, Coach K, who coached the Blue Devils for over 40 years. During a halftime break in which Tatum believed the team was playing well, he was met with a volley of, let's call it motivation, from the prestigious coach. Tatum had scored just 2 points in the first half of the game, and after coming into the locker room flying high and dapping up his teammates, Coach K bowled into the locker room and cussed him out, and commented that he should have left him in St. Louis. He went out and had a dominant second half, and Coach K asked him if he needed to cuss him out during every halftime break. There's no bad blood between the two, but Tatum does recall that Coach K cusses a lot, which from this story sounds quite accurate. 7. Tatum chose to attend Duke over several other prestigious universities. He was a former 5-star recruit with extremely high scouting grades and was offered scholarships for the likes of Kentucky, North Carolina, and his mother and father's alma mater at St. Louis. While choosing Duke over the same school his parents attended was difficult, Tatum believed it would be the best opportunity for his professional career, and he signed with the Blue Devils. Tatum averaged 16.8 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 2.1 assists, while playing as a power forward at Duke. He was named to the All-ACC Freshman Team of the Year and then declared for the 2017 NBA Draft after just 1 year at college. 8. Jayson Tatum was drafted by former NBA player and Celtics long-term starter Danny Ainge. Boston had the #1 overall pick, but Ainge was looking to trade it. During his tenure with the Celtics, Ainge was never afraid to make a big splash. He was responsible for the trades for Timberwolves star Kevin Garnett and Supersonics guard Ray Allen in 2007, which helped to form the dominant Celtics trio along with Paul Pierce. He later traded both Pierce and Garnett in 2013, who were aging players, to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for 5 players and 3 first-round draft picks, in what is considered one of the most one-sided trades in history in favor of the Celtics. So when it came to what to do with the first overall pick in 2017, Ainge was confident that he could trade it and still get the player he wanted, Jayson Tatum. That year, Markelle Fultz was widely considered the best prospect in the draft, and it was expected that the Celtics would draft him to be the future ball handler for the franchise. However, in what was a surprise move, Boston traded down from the first overall pick to number 3, trading with the Philadelphia 76ers in a deal that also included a future first-round draft pick. Ainge gathered extra draft capital, and the Celtics still got the guy they wanted. Looking back on it now, it's impressive business. 9. While the Celtics were excited to get their guy, Jayson Tatum himself took a little convincing that Boston was a good fit for him. Originally, Tatum wanted to play for the Phoenix Suns and pair up with developing star Devin Booker. His mother was in Phoenix, he liked the area, the weather suited his preferences, and that was ultimately his preferred landing spot. But his college coach at Duke, Coach K, stepped in to lend a word of advice. He was worried about playing time and didn't want to attend the Celtics workout, but Coach K told him he believed in Celtics coach Brad Stevens as a young coach in the NBA, and that Boston was a great spot for him to go and learn and develop as a future star. Tatum crushed the workout and sold Danny Ainge on using the 3rd overall pick to select him. So much so that quite a lot changed with the Celtics roster after he was picked. The Boston Celtics reworked their roster to make room for Jayson Tatum as a rookie. They already had Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jay Crowder on the roster. Tatum didn't see where he fit in, but that quickly changed. Ainge went out and made another major trade that sent Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for premier guard Kyrie Irving. They signed Gordon Hayward in free agency, and there was suddenly an opportunity for minutes for a young Tatum as a forward. He started on opening night, and after Hayward broke his ankle, Jayson Tatum became a permanent fixture in the lineup, a spot that he's not given up since. Jayson Tatum became the youngest player in Boston Celtics history to score 20-plus points in 5 straight playoff games when he did so as a rookie. The Celtics had beaten the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the playoffs in Tatum's rookie year, which set up a conference semifinal matchup with the Philadelphia 76ers. Tatum had 28 points in Game 1 and followed it up with 20-plus points night after night until the Celtics eventually won the series 4-1. The rookie forward averaged 23.6 points per game, with 3.2 assists and scored at least 20 points in all 5 games. But that's not the only record he has broken as a young player in Boston. As Jayson Tatum has developed in the league, his star status with the Celtics has grown year after year, along with his production. His points per game average have grown with every season he's spent in the league, starting with his 13.9-point average in his rookie year that earned him a spot on the NBA's all-rookie first team in 2018. By 2021, he was averaging 26.4 points per game, which grew to 26.9 in 2022. But in the 2022-23 season, he took a quantum leap into a record-breaking season with the Celtics. Tatum averaged 30.1 points per game, while playing in 74 games in the 2022-23 season, breaking the previous franchise record of 29.9 points per game held by Boston icon Larry Bird, and making him the very first player in Celtics history to average over 30 points a game. Tatum set new career highs in all major categories, with 30.1 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. Tatum is considered the brightest star the Celtics have developed since Larry Bird donned the Boston green, and while he continues to break the former legend's records, that is a pretty difficult point to argue against. When Tatum dropped 51 points on the Charlotte Hornets in January, he secured his 5th 50-plus point game in a Celtics uniform, surpassing Larry Bird's record of 4. Interestingly, no other player in Celtics history has ever managed more than 1. Tatum and Bird are truly among the elite in the NBA's history, and certainly 2 of the very best to play for the Boston franchise. 14. Jayson Tatum's rise to stardom didn't go unnoticed. In fact, he was noticed by the #1 brand in the sport, Michael Jordan's very own Jordan Brand. In 2019, while at an event in Paris, Michael Jordan announced Tatum as the newest member of the Jordan brand. He was still just 21 years old and in his third season in the league, but clearly, the brand saw something in him and he was announced as the latest brand ambassador. Tatum has signed multiple endorsements in his career, including being a member of the Gatorade family and the popular video game NBA 2K. Jayson Tatum has now developed into such a well-known star in the NBA that he recently launched his own signature shoe with the Jordan brand, labeled the Tatum 1. Tatum couldn't quite believe it when the shoe launched, taking to Twitter to say, "I really got my own shoe," and talking of how he remembered going into shoe stores as a kid in search of the signature shoe of his own favorite player. 15. When Tatum signed with Jordan, he treated himself, and not just any treat. The Celtics forward bought himself a stunning brand new white Rolls-Royce Wraith. The car has a 6.6-liter turbocharged V12 engine, and it's the most powerful car the Rolls-Royce company has ever built. The car is estimated to cost around $375,000, but it's not the only car Tatum has sported in his time in the NBA. He's also been driving a Mercedes AMG G63, a luxury 4x4 with a V12 engine, costing around $130,000. And he's been partial to a little vintage too. Tatum owns a custom Ford Mustang with his initials embossed in it, which is apparently the car he got for his 23rd birthday. 16. While Jayson Tatum has multiple endorsements and makes a healthy amount of money from those endorsements, his extension with the Boston Celtics means he now has generational wealth for his son and the rest of his family for many years to come. After initially signing a 4-year, $30 million deal as a rookie, Tatum signed a 5-year extension in 2020, worth up to $193 million. The deal included $163 million guaranteed as a max extension for one of the best players in the NBA. He is now tied to the Celtics until his player option in 2025, earning an average salary of over $30 million per season. But check this out, he's apparently not spending a penny of it. Going back to Tatum's relationship with his mother, the Celtics star has her help him with his finances and how to manage his wealth long term. One of the agreements he made with his mother is that he would live off of his endorsements, the money he makes from his shoe deal with Jordan, his deal with Gatorade, and other ad campaigns and appearances during his time as a player. Doing so means his contract remains untouched, which is something athletes have spoken about before, including NFL superstar and former Seattle Seahawk Marshawn Lynch, who claimed he never spent a penny of his salary during his playing days and lived solely off the money he made through endorsements and brand deals. Smart thinking from these young men. 18. While setting new career highs and breaking Larry Bird's records in the 2022-23 season, Jayson Tatum still wasn't finished by the time the NBA All-Star Weekend came about. The Celtics star shone in the All-Star game and set a new scoring record with 55 points, winning the MVP award for the game, which is now named the Kobe Bryant Most Valuable Player Award, fitting for Tatum to win it as somebody who valued Kobe's mentorship so much as a young player. 19. Tatum has won 3 gold medals to add to his trophy cabinet. He was a member of both the Under-17s FIBA World Championship USA team that won gold in Dubai in 2014, and the Under-19s that won it again in Greece in 2015, where he played alongside Knicks guard and former Villanova star Jalen Brunson. Tatum added a 3rd gold, and by far the most recognizable, when he competed in the Olympics with the men's USA national team at the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. The USA beat France in the final of the tournament to win gold, and Tatum added an Olympic gold medal to his resume. 20. With so many interesting stories about the Celtics star, how about ending with his nickname? Jayson Tatum is known as Taco J, and you might scratch your head and ask the question as to why that might be. Jayson Tatum simply loves tacos, and his mother used to apparently make them at home 4 to 5 nights a week, hence the nickname. And that about wraps it up on 20 interesting things you might not have known about Celtics superstar Jayson Tatum. Thank you for watching the Halftime Show. Please visit our channel and watch another one of our videos.